Some impactful weather we gave you first alert to last week is going to hit Wednesday and into Thursday. We're expecting rain and some thunder, maybe even some thunder snow, which could cause some narrow bands of very heavy snowfall rates as this system works its way through. Then the wind, and with this strengthening storm system, the wind gusts could exceed 50 miles per hour. So a lot of concerns here, not only for travel overnight and into Thursday morning, but for the potential for some power loss and certainly the potential for the cold to take hold as we head into Thursday. Here's the big picture. Number one, this storm could be I guess one of those record-setting events based on the fact that we've never had a tornado in the month of December in Minnesota, and there is a risk of that. Thunderstorms forming late afternoon, early evening, and then as we go into the evening, these will rapidly move to the north and east. So be weather aware. Hear thunder and lightning. Best chance of thunderstorms and some thunder snow even is going to be right along this boundary between these thunderstorms and the colder air that makes the snow. Notice this heavier band here in purple. So there is that narrow band of what I would call convective snow that could produce snowfall rates that are quite heavy, maybe 1 to 2 inches per hour. The good news is it's moving fairly quickly, but it stays in the same place with more snow following. Rain in the eastern side of the state could exceed 1 inch. And here's a second reason this could be a, well, record-breaking storm. That is because models are still forecasting record low central pressure over the state of Minnesota that we've never seen in the month of December. That means very strong winds will be whipping from the northwest. Notice where the isobars, these white lines, are close together. When they get close too friendly that they should be probably married, we're talking about winds that'll be gusting over 50 miles per hour along with the snow at the same time. That's tricky travel. The peak brutalness of the storm, the worst conditions, are going to happen in the overnight hours. So we get started Wednesday evening with snow and wind west moving in. It'll be moderate snow there with rain, sleet, thunder, and thunder snow off to the east. Then it's an all snow event with wind increasing into the overnight. That's when we'll get our accumulations. That's when travel could be tricky and near blizzard conditions possible as we look into the valley in central Minnesota. By Thursday morning, the snow exits pretty quickly, but then the wind and cold takes hold. And even if you just have slush on the ground, it's going to freeze. Right now, clouds moving in. Here's our storm system beginning to take shape out west. This is the area of concern for severe thunderstorms beginning late tomorrow afternoon into the evening. And yes, there is a risk of tornado. And when you think about it, for December, since it's never happened, a 5% risk is enormous compared to what we would typically see for this time of the year. There could be a few tornadoes tomorrow in southern Minnesota as we head through the late part of the day. 35 at Hector. We have south-southeast winds gusting over 30 miles per hour. Temperatures generally in the mid-30s. Our little cooler pocket up in the Devil's Lake Basin. Now, as we take a look at your hour-by-hour forecast overnight tonight, southeast winds, clouds, and some sprinkles possible, but not necessarily likely. Then as we go through the day tomorrow, temperatures will be 25 to 30 to start with north winds developing out west. Drive time. Not much going on yet. But by the time we get to early evening, look at things explode from the south. Thunderstorms aplenty. Thunderstorms here that could have thunder snow in it. Maybe even some grapple with some thunder. That's kind of those snow pellets. And a heavier band of snow here that you see in the dark blue and purple. Track it right through the southern valley into Lakes Country by the time we get to 10 o'clock. Track it all the way up into the Bemidji and Bagley areas as we go late. Badette and on up towards International Falls with a quick exit as we go into the early morning hours. This is 7 o'clock and most of the snow is gone. Wind will continue to whip the snow in the early hours of the day. So the biggest travel impacts will be overnight and into Thursday morning. It's been tough with the warm weather to get any ice to take hold on this, well, particular hockey rink there in the backyard. Beth, thanks for taking the time to share that with us. Here's that planning forecast. Wednesday night, things change in a big way, particularly after 6 o'clock in Fargo. And you get to the overnight hours is when it will be brutal. Winds gusting to around 50 plus miles per hour will drop temperatures down into the teens, and we stay into the teens with single-digit low temperatures in the morning next week. It looks pretty cold. Another shot of light snow on Friday.
Looks like just a few days and that rink will be ready to go.
It won't take long. Right.
All right. Thanks, Hutch.
You bet.
Straight ahead, the national outcry after South Dakota teachers get on their hands and knees for classroom supplies. We'll have that story right after the break.